So it came out, and this is the last time. Usually Wednesday starts the new league week, and we move on to we have to move on to the next week. And in this case, the Philadelphia Eagles lost. We're going to put that behind us, and we're going to move on to the New York Giants, a must-win game for the Detroit Lions because they have not lost back-to-back games in the regular season in over 1,000 days. It's been 53 games, or I think they said 13 attempts or 13 instances where we've lost the game and we've had to, we've played another game. And the last time that happened, a guy got fired. Aubrey Pleasant got fired the last time that happened way, 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 way back in 2022. How long ago was that? Jamison Williams and Aiden Hutchinson were rookies. Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown was in year 2. That's how long ago that was. And now all 4 of those guys have been extended. That's how long ago that was. But we have to have a conversation. Somebody super chatted yesterday, and I wasn't very clear on how the super chat questions work. So I'll make up for that today. It came out that Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter stated that they watched film on Jared Goff, as any good team should, and they found out and they noticed that he throws a low trajectory football. And because of that, they batted down several of his passes. And the lone turnover of the game was a batted ball. Now, every offensive lineman knows and is taught that if you can't get to the quarterback, put your hands up. And we've seen numerous times how it is a milli-inch, man, a half an inch, even fingertips, deflections, glazing people's fingers, that balls are almost batted down. But the point is that Jalen Phillips and Jalen Carter, I don't know what made them say this, but I'm sure many teams have noticed this, but they came out and spoke about it and said that they made a conscious effort in the 2.4 seconds that quarterbacks have ideally to throw the ball. That's usually all you get, 2.4 seconds. That's less than 2.5 seconds that they knew to put their hands up. And even Dan Campbell mentioned in his press conference on Monday that Jared Goff may have to alter his throwing just a little bit in some instances. And I was like, yo, that's a lot to remember. That's a lot to remember, especially the way our offensive line has been playing of late. But that's a lot to remember in 2.4 seconds. And I thought about it. I was like, since that's the case, we know that offensive linemen are taught to do that. But are now other teams, the New York Giants, who they don't have a slouches as for their D-line. They got the second best pass rusher in the NFL. Are these guys going to be paying special attention after watching what the Giants did to Jared Goff? And what I don't want to see happen is Jared to change this. I don't want him to change, all of a sudden become Matthew Stafford. He's not Matthew Stafford. One thing Jared doesn't do is he's a locked on laser. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of room for kind of improvisation when it comes to Jared Goff. But do you think that is going to hurt, that the Philadelphia Eagles might have brought more attention to how Jared Goff throws the football? Let me see. Nick says, I'm honestly worried about the Giants. A lot of people thinking it's a cakewalk, but man, they play defense and they have nothing to lose either. I keep saying it. I don't think it's going to be easy. Says, bro, they were playing volleyball with Goff. Yeah, and we're talking about some big dudes like Jalen Carter, Jordan Phillips, 2 giant guys, and they got most of the bat downs, right? But is it a concern for the future? Is that something that we need to be worried about with the New York Giants or the Green Bay Packers after that? You know what I'm saying? Or who do we have? The Dallas Cowboys. They now have Quinnen Williams. Our offensive line is already playing a little suspect. All of a sudden, these balls get batted. And what I'm nervous about, I'm not really nervous about the batting per se, because Jared has always thrown the ball like this. And it is going to bring to me a little more attention because people watch film. And they're like, okay, look at what the Eagles did to Jared Goff. Quinnen, pay attention to this. You know what I'm saying? Whoever, D lineman, pay attention to this. Who do we got? We got the Rams. We got the Giants, right? We've got the Minnesota Vikings, the Chicago Bears. So Montez Sweat. Guys, pay attention to this. Pay a little bit more attention to it. And it's a lot for the D linemen to remember as well. They're trying to bull rush, swim move, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. But when you can't get there, put your arms up. But I'm more worried about Jared Goff trying to be something he's not and then being worse. A lot of dirt balls, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some higher arcing bar. Because if you look at Jared Goff, like his stuff is a laser. Some quarterbacks throw really good arc balls and moon balls, like Russell Wilson. He got one of the best ones in the game, even now. You know what I'm saying? You're watching quarterbacks just launch that thing. It goes off the screen. It's up there forever. Trajectory is crazy, right? Jared is like a laser, bro. He's like the laser beam from the Predator. The little cannon. That's Jared. Lock on, boom, it's there, right? It's on a string. I don't want him to change and then all of a sudden he goofing around. If we lose against the Giants, I'm calling it a wrap, even though people are going to say we got plenty of time, and definitely not trying to hear MCDC say we got some stuff to clean up. I don't know, man. I don't know. But if the Giants were paying any attention, and if the Giants are like they're playing for their new coach. They're playing for right now their interim coach, right? So I don't know. But I wonder if the Giants are wishing they would have made a move at the trade deadline. Think about this. At the trade deadline, Brian Dable still had a job. And yeah, I wonder what the Giants are thinking now. But let me know in the comments below. Are you concerned about what the Eagles were able to do with Jared Goff? Do you think that it's going to be a problem for the rest of the year? Or do you think that it's not? I don't know, man. I think that teams are going to be paying more attention than usual, but I don't think it's new. I don't think people are like, oh, they watch tape, so they know as well. And, I think they are going to be paying special attention to it, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, but we'll see.